Alright everyone, welcome back to Myst. Last time we collected the third pages by going through this place, this age. I cannot remember the name of that one specifically for some reason. Anyway, we gotta go to that spaceship, but first we have to activate it, and to do that we need to create some voltage in this place down here. We gotta pump in 59 volts. And I think it's like an exact combination we have to do here. Huh. This thing's not working. I think we gotta go press some switches actually. I thought it would have reset because I went through some other ages, but nope. I think that's the only switch I've got to press, but just in case, we're gonna do this one too. It's very easy to think that's the only switch to press, by the way, the original. Seeing that there's another switch right here and this one right here, it's not obvious because it's on the other side. You gotta like click all the way until you're on this side and then you go up. It's a lot easier in 3D, is what I'm trying to say. Okay, so this is 10. This is 7. This is 8. How much was that? 16. So 10, 7, 8, 16. That's 5. That's 1, 2, 22. Goodness gracious. 19 and 9. We gotta get ourselves to 59 using these numbers. So 10, 7, 8, 16. Yeah, also my double clicking is really affecting the stuff here. So we're gonna use the big numbers first, because we want to get ourselves as close to 59 as possible. That's 16? Yeah, it is. I said 69, but it's 59, I think. Well, anyway, 48. So I need 11 more. This is 1, this is 2, this is 7, this is 8. That should be good. I had to think to make sure that I was doing things properly. Now you might think if we get into this thing, that's it, we're done, but nope. There's no Myst book here. But there is a piano, an organ, I think actually what it is. But for some reason, yeah, the spaceship got a piano / organ inside of it, and we gotta use it to get through here. What could this mean? Well, we got a hint to that in the book again. It shows the piano notes, and we gotta figure out what they are. So this is number 5 here. That's 5. We gotta get that sound on the 5th switch back there. 1 is this. 4 is this. 2 is this. And 3 is this. And then we gotta match everything. This might take a while. Now here's the thing. It becomes a lot easier when you understand that the bottom is here and top is here. So given that, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is the 6th highest or lowest, something like that. So let's put it at bottom. Then we 1. Wow, I can't move it. It's my mouse bugging out again. Sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think it's the same sound. Now, that's the first switch though, so... Yeah, it's gotta be this. Okay. Now we gotta put the number 1 one on 8. Yeah, I've got it 1 too high. This is quite complex. Also, if you have trouble distinguishing sound or you're just playing on mute, this is pretty much impossible. Very annoying. There's a reason the spaceship age is considered. It's like some people like it for the challenge, but it's not very accessible is the problem. We're gonna go by sound for this one, the way it's intended to be. Yeah, I think that's the one. And the 3 is just like 3 higher, so. So if nothing else, if you're completely deaf, you just need to put number 5 on 6 and just count the numbers for the rest in a sense to make it work. And just to prove it, I'm actually going to do 4 without any help, quote unquote. We need to put it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 above number 1. Didn't work. So yeah, when you screw up and you don't make it work, yeah, I think I had it with this one too high. Yeah, okay. The 5 is the one I had made a mistake on. But yeah, I got 4 right away. That's a good thing, right? And you can see the Myst book in here. That's actually really cool. Figuring out this puzzle in the original, really, really cool. Because you don't get a guide in the original, remember. The guide is I think it's real Myst exclusive, or at least Masterpiece Edition exclusive. In the original, you had to figure this out yourself, and it's not easy. Now, unfortunately, the area you get into here is not wholly interesting, unfortunately. It's very thin roads, and you have to use a sound puzzle to get in here, and you're gonna do sound puzzles to get out of it twice. I do like that you come back, like you start this area in the spaceship though. It kind of pretends that you went on a trip. But yeah, to get out of this age, if you need to like just look up the solution, I don't blame you. Yep, you got this thing here again. And the sound effects are completely different. But there's less of them, thankfully. What could this be? The switch we can press, and it's some kind of grandfather clock with Myst on it. I gotta say, this area actually does look more interesting in 3D, but in the original, where it's just still images, you kind of can't tell where you're going. Also, the red page is right here. I'm gonna leave it there for now. Finding the page is not difficult whatsoever in this world. It's getting out of it that's really hard. What is down here? It didn't work. Also, there was a bat right there. It's like it's traveling all over the place. But the areas are connected that way, so that's kind of neat. I do want to press the switch, game. There we go. Yeah, so yeah, we would have reappeared there. In fact, we might as well go there, because I think it's the only way to get there in the first place. It's the Bat Cave. So what is this? Hey, whoa. Why is it bugging out? The hell? Must have been my double clicking making a mistake. Either that or I just held onto the button too long. Yeah, it must be that. Hey, I'm not done. There is an exact number you need to figure out here. I'm gonna assume it's this one. Interesting. So this is to show you the order that you're gonna have to enter these sounds. But first, let's figure out where all the things are. There aren't that many. Now, I've already explored like most of this area. This area is very, very small. Geothermal fissure, something like that. Never seen one in real life, but I do know they exist. Here's the water. And the blue page. So blue page is in the water area. The red page is in the another area. We kind of know where it is. It's not that big of a deal. And if we go over here, it's back to the spaceship. So really, this is the entire world. It's very small, as I said. You got to figure out the order of the sounds to put into that thing over there. After which you then figure out the order you're going to have to put in the sounds for the door that we first passed through when we were going through this place to get through it and then start leaving the area. Yeah. start leaving the area, not actually leave the area. That would be too easy. Also, it feels like there should be something over there. But there isn't. Okay, so water area. I keep getting confused by the sound of the waves, making it sound like I'm near the water area. That is not the case at all. Oh, I see. When it blinks like that, that means you're not exactly on the thing. This is it. So 133.1. In fact, I'm gonna take a picture of this. We want to make sure we get this right after all. And this we weren't exactly on it either. Okay, so now geothermal fissure. Cool. Clock. Very nice. And finally, whatever this is. I can't help but feel that in the original, the sounds could overlap if you went through the wrong area, but they might have done a quality of life change so that it only plays the sound on the area you're looking for. Or it could have been like that in the original, who knows. Must be around here. Okay. And now we play the sounds. So, this is first. Let me play it again. This is first, then water, then this, then geothermal fissure, then clock. It's kind of hard to remember everything, but we're gonna try. Oh, it's several bats, not just one. Yeah, you gotta go all the way back to the door, and then you can try the puzzle. And if you don't remember the order, well, too bad, you're going all the way back. So, if you remember... Yeah, but if you do... Please let me pull it down. Please let me pull it down. Game? You're not letting me pull that down. Why not? That's so weird. Okay, so that's number 1. Then it's water. Yeah, see, there's not that many sounds, so the order is at least easy to kind of figure. I believe 3rd was geothermal fissure. If not, it was wind, which would be this. We know clock is the last one. So I think this might be it. Let me try. Nope. So let's move these. Yep. So I had these two mixed up. You have to get this right, and honestly, it's probably easier to guess. It's very possible to guess this one because there's not as many things to go through compared to the piano. Let's get a page first. It really helps to be able to carry 2 pages in this world because what we're about to do, it's not fun to have to do it again. Let's just say that. Click the red page first because we saw it first. Open sesame. So you go through this creepy looking area. There's a switch right here. Nice. Myst book? No, of course not. It's some kind of submarine rocket thing? Well, let's go inside. Myst book inside, maybe? No, of course not. Why would there be a Myst book inside? We gotta do a maze puzzle with sound effects. I think we have to activate this thing first. Maybe not. Yeah, I just have to press. I have to press forward first. There was a cinematic that played when you did this in the original. Now it's fully 3D. Well, only one way to go forward. And every time you press the button, it would involve you playing a cinematic here. What does that sound mean? That's back where we came from. We don't want to go there. Now I have good news. There's no way to go in like a wrong direction and be lost in this maze. You just have to remember which direction you came from and you'll eventually get to the end. Still, finding the direction as fast as possible, using the sounds, not fun. Oh yeah, there's also a roller coaster segment to it a bit. That's kind of fun. This lasts for a while, and it's just this, by the way. It is just this. Just this. Like, it's real time here, but... Huh? Oh, I guess we can go in the wrong direction if we're not careful. Worst case scenario, just look up the solution. And I think if you press backtrack, it always sends you in like the proper place to go to. There's no way to fail, by the way. You probably just go in the wrong direction if you screw up. Did I just go into... I just went backward. I just went backwards. I got fooled. Aha! When it plays two sounds, that's when you know you're supposed to go in a diagonal. Oh, we went the wrong direction. That's what the backtrack sound is for. Backtrack switch. Another diagonal. This is taking a while, isn't it, huh? Is this not where I came from? Let me try backtrack just to make sure. Okay, no, I was about to go in the right direction. Or was I? No, I think I was about to backtrack. So this has to be the right direction. But it cannot be west because we're playing two sounds. But this is just literally where I came from, so I can't go there. Must be this. How did I not notice this? I thought, like, when I saw a passage, I was looking north, I guess. Went in the wrong direction. Just north. This is still going. Ah, there we go. Finally. Took a while, but we reached the end. I believe in the original, the cinematic was not as extravagant as this, but it did look different. So it was very nice to see, finally. Why do we have to do this? I have no clue. They just wanted to try something. They wanted to be super advanced. It's also because they probably realized the world up there was just too short, so they had to add something extra to pad out the time. It's just too bad it's not very good. Anyway, we're gonna have to do it another time after this, just to get the other page. But first, let's see what Sirius has to say for us getting the 4th page, or I would say 5th page rather, back to him.
You finally returned. I owe you a debt of gratitude, for you have nearly released me. My name is Sirius. I trust that from your explorations you've become convinced that my wicked brother Aknar is guilty, and I am innocent. It is I who am wrongly imprisoned here. Imprisoned by my father. I don't know who you are, or how you came to this island, but I assume you must at least know something of the books. It was father who was a master of the books. He wrote hundreds of them, all describing and linking to the fantastic places and ages which he had discovered. The room in which you now stand was our father's library. It was here in this room, on this island named Myst, that he housed most of these books. But such a waste. By now, you have surely discovered that Aknar has burnt and mutilated most of these books. Why? Our father was always watchful of our exploration. We grew up under his strict supervision. But when we came of age, he gave us unbridled access to the Myst books. He began to leave our adventures more and more unchecked. Unsupervised as we were, my brother began to become disturbed. He began to take more from the Myst ages than he had given. Soon he gained a twisted pleasure from the conquest and destruction of the other ages. It was horrific. This thirst for destruction. But alas, even I discovered his insanity too late. He had completely destroyed all of the Myst ages but 4. I wasted no time. In warning my father, I thought he would recognize Aknar's guilt. But in a fit of rage, he imprisoned both my brother and myself within the pages of these books, designed to hold us until he could judge which of us was guilty. To discover the truth, our father embarked on one final challenge. However, he has never returned. I can only assume that he perished along the way, leaving me, an innocent victim, trapped forever. But now, you are here to release me. Listen carefully. You must find one more page and I will be forever free. There is a book on the shelves in this library which is mostly burned but has a few pages still intact. It is the last book on the middle shelf. Find it. This book is filled with a variety of patterns. Find pattern 158 and recreate it on the door of the fireplace. This will bring you to the last red page. Bring that page to me, and I will finally be released, and able to reward you, of course. Ignore the blue page. That page finishes my brother's book. It chills me to even think what would happen if you were to release him. There is another warning. Where the red and blue pages reside, also resides a green book. If you touch the green book, you also will be imprisoned forever. Our father gave us this same warning long ago. I suggest you follow his advice. Go now. Soon we will meet face to face.
Yeah, so we actually have to listen to this if you want to beat the game, at least without a guide, because he mentions pattern 158 of this book. I'm actually going to take a picture of the pattern right now so I don't have to bother with this ever again, but obviously if you look up a guide or just remember the pattern the next time you do a new game, you can just skip straight to the last pages and the green book. But also, not even that, just the pattern itself is actually quite memorable. 158. Looking at it right now, I remember distinctly the 8 things here. There's a pseudo diagonal going on here, and there's obviously all of this that's covered. When I was younger, I always remembered this pattern. It was fairly easy to remember. Now, we're not going to do that just yet. We need to get the blue page now, and we're going to get another long speech from Akinar as well. And there's obviously going to be a lot of finger pointing too in that case. Anyway, stupid thing. That took a good 10 minutes. Blue book. Blue page into the blue book. And now, another speech.
Hello, I'm Akinar. I'm glad to see that you've returned to help me escape from my wrongful imprisonment. It was Cirrus who did this to me. Cirrus, my wicked brother. Do not listen to him. I warn you. He's a liar. Do not be persuaded by his evil lies. Do not release him. He killed my father. He will kill you. Began when my brother Cirrus began to lust for riches. He stole from the ages of Myst. He hoarded riches for himself. My father slept away his watchfulness. My sick brother secretly pronounced himself king. King of the ages of Myst, he said. He began to look upon me in disgust. His lowly brother. I hated him. And then Cirrus began to destroy the ages of Myst. He burned their forest. He tore down their structures. He flooded their lands. He murdered their inhabitants. Completely destroyed all but 4 of the ages. Of course, I had to warn Father. When I finally found him, there was Cirrus also, talking cleverly. The lying tongue of a serpent. He had convinced Father that it was I who destroyed the ages. convinced, Father, that it was I who was greedy for wealth and plunder. And as Sirius dealt the final blow, he tricked Father into believing that I was the murderer. But Sirius did not deal as fast a blow as he planned, and his father died a slow death. He at last doubted my brother's clever lies, and so in dying, Father imprisoned us both. I'm sure from which of us the blow had come. I swear to you what I say is true. Release me. You must release me. My brother is a deceitful liar and deserves punishment. I only wish vengeance for my dear father. His murder. Believe me. You must only recover one additional page to release me from this prison. It's the easiest to find. Go to the bookshelf that's in this library. On the far right side of the middle shelf, there's a burned book, which is different from the other burnt books. This book is filled with patterns. Find pattern 158. Mimic its design on the panel in the fireplace. Doing this will bring you to the last blue page. Remember, don't take the red page. Only the blue page. Return quickly to me. And do not touch the green book. It's a clever trap to imprison those who have not been warned. Do not be tempted, for you will rot and die, imprisoned as I am. I tell you, if you follow my instructions, it will be well worth your while. I promise you that. Go. Go.
Okay, so that wasn't as long, actually, because it's kind of crazy. Anyway, we're going to pretend we're kind of dumb, but we're actually going to do a save first, because let's just say the game's going to kind of preemptively end if we do that. Actually, no, we're not going to save right now. We're going to do the pattern first, then we're going to save when we're in front of the pages. It's important. So I hope you took a picture or drew the pattern yourself, because otherwise, how are you going to figure this out? I'm actually looking at the pattern myself right now. Actually, I could do it by memory, at least part of it. Like we know the 8 things right here, right? Very easy to remember. Anyway, this. And that's it. If you press the button and you didn't get a proper pattern, it just stops. So yeah, the green book, we're not going to be tempted to touch it. We just need the pages, or at least one of them. But we're going to do a save because I've got a sneaking suspicion that something will happen if we take the wrong page, right? Now, who do we trust more? Akanar or Sirius? You know what? We're going to keep the rest of the content of Myst for next video, because it's the endings. There's technically 4, like 3 proper, but there's the 4th one. I'll show all of the endings, and I think there's also the Riven extra content in this game. I don't think I've ever explored it. Anyway, hope you've enjoyed this video on Wednesday. Bye bye.